Comrades, welcome back to Transport Fever. I am Admiral Andre and I welcome you to the fourth installment of the second European mission. We have to now complete at least 5 trips with a passenger train between Edinburgh and Kirkcaldy over the course of a year, but we have no need to rush. We have already completed the medal for completing the bridge before 1902. The only medals that remain now are the key to wealth and the speed record, so we have to keep that in mind when we send our passenger service to Kirkcaldy. It has to go at least 60 kilometers an hour, or at least one of the trains. So let's just see, we are earning a nice bit of money here, but I think we can improve this whole setup a little bit, especially since we're not really efficiently shipping the steel to the tool manufacturing plant. I was also thinking, we get the Landauer, so a new type of bus available. Let's just turn these costs off there. I was thinking it's not really sensible for us to be bringing iron to the steel mill, but then we're going back to the same place, but we're carrying nothing on the way back. So let's turn this thing around. It's going to delay things a little bit, but it's okay. We want to maximize this tool manufacturing. So what we can do, I think we'll need a slightly more powerful engine for that, but we just add some more cars for carrying steel as well. So that will help us as well. Let's just have a look. We are already carrying 36 now, but we could even add some iron cars to that. Always possible, you know, maximize it both ways. Then we are still moving passengers between Kirkcaldy and Dunfermline, and I think we're doing quite well there. We're covering most of the town of Dunfermline, so I don't think we really need a bus service there. And in Kirkcaldy itself, I think we're doing quite well. I don't see a lot of people waiting. We always have to be on guard for that. If we're not really moving people to the station, then they're not going to be able to take the train. Let's just see, is the train back yet? Not yet. It's, I should have just said, go back to the depot, not to the station. I can speed this part up, but yes, there's no need to be worried about deadlines now. So this is one of those missions that we can really enjoy. So let's just get this thing back, and then I'll put it back on middle speed and pause. I wonder, is it necessary? No, I think we don't want to sell the rest of the cars. Let's just have a look what is available right now. It's still the same open wagon, so it wouldn't make sense to sell them. Let's see, what we want now. Actually, before I do anything here, do we have enough money for a new engine? Yes, certainly we do. So let's see, we want something that's quite powerful, but obviously we want to keep the costs down. 40 kilometers, 50, 160. Right now we're having a tractive effort of 20 kilonewtons, but that's not really so relevant because we're not running up a hill. And the power is 90 kilowatts, so that's the thing we want to pay more attention to. This one is 160, double the cost, but I think it's fine. It's a bit faster as well. And then what we want is the stake cars that can carry the steel. So right now I think we just need to put this locomotive together with the cars so we can see how long the train will be, and then I can sell this one. So we have 76 and we use the standard platforms, so that would be 160. So we can go up to that. So buy trains, and let's get the stake car, and I'll assign it on steel. There's no real issue there. Actually, we have to wait for some money. Hopefully not too long. Of course, the whole production grinds to a halt now, but it still has some iron in its stores there. So let's see. Come on. Just need to maximize this. There we go. We can get one more. I'll skip ahead until we have enough money for the rest of the wagons. Okay, we're back. Let's just pause there. It's now 1892, so it's actually the next year now. I've gotten quite a few of these stake cars. We're still not at 160, but I think if we get another one, it's going to push us over. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. I think this will help a great deal. So let's just set this onto the iron line, and then, of course, it will recognize that it can also pick up steel. There's still enough iron in the actual factory here, the steel mill, to keep the production going, so that's always something to look out for. If it looks like production is stopping, then it's best to keep the trains running. So let's see, what else can we do? You know, that's the thing. We'll take on this bridge challenge when we're good and ready. There is no need to rush. Let's see, we've got 87 people waiting here, and where is the train at the moment that serves that line? Oh dear, well, there we go, another problem. So it's good to check these things, you know. Where is this one going? It's going to Falkirk Livingston, so that was the one I'm looking for. And then, of course, the train that takes the tools to Edinburgh. So the whole thing has been grinding to a halt, and that's why I had to wait so long. So that's a good thing to look out for if you are attempting this mission as well. So I think the safest thing to do is just to turn this one around temporarily. And then as soon as it's passed, I will put in a little cross track there. It's really best to do these things while you're putting in the station, which I neglected to do. Let's see, actually I want to take this signal away, but there's no money. Oh dear, well, I think our other passenger services will help us out here, as well as the steel line, so I think it's going to be okay. Let's just stop that train. Might have to wait a while. Okay, the train is coming in. Okay, stop right there. Didn't take long at all. So I just want to remove that. I might have to put it back, but I just want to see where we can put this track in. That will be fine. And then this one will be able to switch back to the left-hand side, and then I can just put the signal up here. There we go. Problem solved, I think. Let's just make sure the lines recognize this. It does. Perfect. So this one we can just send it back, take it off the stop and reverse and continue. Fantastic. I hope this will be the end of our troubles. Oh well, I think this train on its own will be fine. I was just thinking, why are so many people piling up here? But now obviously we have our answer. Although 40 is not that many, we might be thinking about actually expanding that. And also the steel thing. Let me just see where the train is that takes the steel. Since we're now expanding the steel on the other train, I think we could possibly think about expanding the iron on this one as well. Always something to think about, especially now that we're down a few $100,000 that we could have had if the trains weren't stuck there. Let's just also think about this tools thing for a moment. There's nothing that prevents us from shipping tools to Dunfermline as well. They only need 65. It's not that many, so it's not really maybe so profitable as to Kirkcaldy. Okay, I think let's try that. Just see, we've already doubled this line, so that was a good bit of preparation actually. And then all I have to do is make a connection here. For that I think I'll just pause, just so that we can think about it. So at this point I would like to have the train go from the right to the left. Actually, like that would be fine. And then from here I think we can just put it straight through to the right hand side again, since that's where it will continue. And then on the way back it's just going to go from the left to this one. Oh, I just love the track laying in this game. It's so easy. That's if you remember to put everything in, unlike what I did there. So let's just see. We already have a signal set here, but I think it will be good to put another one coming back just so the trains can wait here for the one that goes to Kirkcaldy. And what else do we need? Let's just think. So that one must stop. This one stops. I think that will be okay. And then here we can also have this one wait and also have one on this side. So whoever gets to the signal first gets to go. And we have one right there. So I think that's okay. So let's put up a new line from the tools manufacturing plant to Kirkcaldy. So this will be one of our longest lines. Actually, another good thing I should be doing... Actually, okay, first of all, let me just name this. Kirkcaldy Tools, very straightforward. Now what I need to check here is where is the industrial zone. It's right next to the station, so we'll be getting a good section of that anyway. Or is the tools now needed by the... No, the tools are needed by commercial. I have to check my facts here. But yes, so that's pretty much covered, so we're fine there. Now, where is the nearest rail depot? Let's see, I think this is the one. So let's just see, what can we afford right now? For this, I think faster will be better actually. We might even put the PLM 220 on this line, if we can afford it, that is. Just because it's going to have to cover such a long distance, but it will be profitable, I believe. Of course, it will be running empty on the way back, so maybe we could be taking passengers as well, but then it will diminish the amount of tools we can carry. No, let's focus on tools. So, it's another case of just waiting a little while. What are the options for the cars? We only have the goods wagon still. We don't have anything more advanced than that, or more with more capacity. Oh well, I guess it's just waiting. I'll save you the trouble and just skip ahead until I've got the train ready, and then we'll get it on its way. Okay, just pause right here. It took a bit of time, but we have all of the cars now that we can fit on this train. All of these goods wagons, it's 151 meters long. And I just left it on sort of the default setting there. It will recognize the tools. So let's get it on the way. And this will be Kirkcaldy Tools. And let's just see if it can find the route there with no problem. Of course, we don't want this train to be getting stuck anywhere. Ah, magnificent beast. You're going on the wrong line, or are you? No, you're not. Good. Those are the ones going to the tools manufacturing plant. Let's pick a nice color for this one. What about blue? Why not? I think this will be one of our big money makers because of the value of the goods, but also because of the distance involved. Certainly magnificent. In any case, the next task, I think, is now getting the passenger line up and running between Edinburgh and Kirkcaldy. Of course, as soon as we fulfill this, I think there will still be another milestone that we must achieve. So we just have to keep a lookout that we don't fulfill that too quickly, because then we won't get the last medal for the money. We still have to earn 1 million, and I'm certainly looking forward to getting that 1 million in my hands. So, let's see, what can we do? The only train, of course, that can do 60 kilometers an hour is the PLM 220, so we'll definitely need at least 2 of these, because we will need multiple trains. Oh, that was easy. Earn 1 million by transporting tools. So it happened even before that new train got to work. Good. Well, interesting. So it does pay to get the thing running towards Edinburgh as soon as possible, and it shows you how profitable that line can be. So next thing, let's just find a few passenger cars. The Bavarians can't do 60, so just be aware of that. Compartment cars are the only choice here. So 255, so 250,000 for each. So again, it will take a while, but we don't want to overload this train. On the other hand, though, by the time it hits the bridge, it's going to be going at its full speed. It will take a while to get up to speed, of course, depending on the weight that it's carrying. But since that bridge is in the middle of the journey, I don't see a problem. We can pretty much take it right to the maximum. Then let's just have a look at the ramps here. They are very gentle, so I don't think that will hamper the speed. Especially not on that side. By the time it hits the bridge, though, it must be going 60. That reminds me of the DeLorean on the train tracks. It must be doing 88 miles an hour. So there's our passenger train. We can actually expand this as well if you want to really maximize things, because it's full. We can get some more money out of that. Where's the new tools train? No, that's not it. Is that one it? No. Uh-oh. Hey, this stuff needs to be micromanaged like crazy. So it went onto the wrong track. Well, that is not good. Let's see. Can I fix this thing? I'm wondering. Actually, there is room for a track there. So from here on, though, we would like it to go onto the right hand side. So I would ideally want it there, but the road is in the way. If I delete the road, then it's going to interrupt the service there. That is one of those situations where some fine-tuning is necessary. It's really a pity that this train now misbehaved in this fashion. Is it full at this point? It is not quite full yet. And if I send it back, okay, I think we will need another cross track here. So this is one of those missions where there's a lot of lessons that I need to learn. Okay, like that. Then, of course, I just need to move the... Oh, yes, that was because of the whole separate track thing in the past. That's where the whole problem came in. So actually what I need also is on the other side, I need a signal. I'm not going to interfere with the rest of it. I just need to set this thing on a reverse course. But then again, it's not going to work because none of the not milestones, but none of the stops are on this side of the track. I'm going to have to send it back to the depot. And then as soon as it passes the crossing there, I'll just send it on its way. And thoughtfully now it's gone and dumped all of the tools, so we lose them, but there's nothing I can do about that. And of course it now goes on to that side of the track as well, because we're waiting for this train. Okay, stop. Now I can do this thing. But we're broke. Wonderful. Okay, just stop the train right there. And we have some money again. Now what can I do? Let's just put it back where it belongs. So reverse course, and you shouldn't be heading for the depot. You should be doing the Kirkcaldy tools. There we go. Now it's right. Or is it? No, it's not. Stop. Yes, it is. Okay. Was thinking now, is it going for that again? Alright. Another problem averted. That's why it's very good to always micromanage things until you know it's running smoothly. Are you carrying one tool? Good grief. That won't do at all. It's going to have a whole journey where it's carrying one tool. So I'm going to reverse it, and then I'm going to say I want you to run, well, even if it waits until it's full, that's also fine. So what is this stop called? It is called Livingston West, so I would like you to be full here, please. Thank you very much. Even if you wait a long time, I don't care. Why do you not have a path? Very strange. I guess it's because it can't wait on that platform. But why not, though? Oh well, let it run then, even if it's empty. So let's just have a look. We're still waiting for the cars to come in. There we go. I can afford one. And then, so yes, we just need complete trips. It doesn't matter how many people are on it. So it might actually be better not to add too many at this point. There we go. There's quite a few cars. Come on, I just need 1,000 more. There we go. So how many is that? 44 people. On the one hand, I'm tempted to send it on its way already, because that will start activating this route. I think let's do that. It's not going to meet the requirement there, but that's okay. So we want Edinburgh. We don't have the line for that yet, so let's just create a new line. Edinburgh to Kirkcaldy. Make sure it's using both. Yes, it is. And is it fine here? Yes, it is as well. And that's that. I think it's already on its way. Yes, okay. That's fine then. At least it's starting the whole process. Then I think what I'm going to do now is I'll just skip ahead a little bit. It might be a year or two again, but just until we have enough money for another train exactly like this one. So 4 passenger wagons. Then I think we might be able to manage 5 trips in 1 year. It's possible, but we might also need another train, but that shouldn't be a problem. By then this one should be earning us money, and the tools thing as well, which has been a bit of a disappointment thus far. Carrying one whole tool all the way. Oh well. Maybe I could actually reverse it somewhere here by the crossings. Or just let it run. Just let it run. Okay, I'll see you in a moment. Okay, I'm back again. It's now 1895, so I was right. It did take a bit of time. At any rate, we now have the second locomotive and the 4 cars, so I'm going to set it on the line to Kirkcaldy. There we go. The other one I think has just left there, if I'm not wrong. Or it's near the bridge. Okay, just crossed the bridge. That also led me to the conclusion that this thing here about a medal can be earned in this task, I have no idea what it entails, but it doesn't refer to this. This is the only medal that's left, but it doesn't make sense because we've crossed this now and it was at 60 kilometers an hour. So this must therefore refer, as it said originally and as I thought originally, to the test bridge, which or the one that we use for the coal. So I don't know why it says a medal can be earned here, because I can't see what medal is involved with carrying the 5 or making the 5 trips there. At any rate then, I'll just follow this coal train now that the other locomotive has been set onto the Kirkcaldy line. We anyway have to wait again for the 5 trips in a year. So far we've made only 1. And thus, by the time that the coal train has arrived at the steel mill, I'm going to replace this locomotive with one of those PLM 220s, just to see what happens. I think this must be the one that they're referring to. I mean, it is the test bridge. It just doesn't make sense why they say a medal can be earned with those 5 trips there. Oh well, it's one of life's mysteries, I guess. Because that doesn't refer to the tools after all. There's now the tool train. It dropped off its 1 tool and it earned $27,000 for it. So this is going to be probably the most profitable route in the entire game, I think. Let's just see what's happening here. Kirkcaldy tools, we have now a full load waiting there. So I think we've sorted that out. Now it's just this one and then waiting for the 5 again. So actually I will wait until this train gets back to the depot once it's dropped off the coal, and then I'll get the new locomotive for it and then I'll join you again, unless the 5 trips have been completed. Okay, the coal train has now dropped off the coal and it's on the way back to the depot, and I just bought the new locomotive with the profits from that coal delivery. So let's just move all of these wagons down to the new one. They can all do 80 kilometers an hour, so they will not slow down the train. Let's just hope there's not too many of them. I think this is quite a powerful locomotive though, so I don't see a problem with it. So we'll set it on its way and then we'll sell this one. It's anyway a few years old by now. Still only 2 trips per year. We don't really, we haven't had enough time to complete any more. But if it doesn't seem like it's going to happen, then I'll just add a new train. It might be necessary actually. Oh well, it just shows again I'm not an expert at this game. I just enjoy playing it. So, let's see. I guess I'll skip ahead until this train is at the test bridge and then we'll see if this new theory is correct. Okay, we're approaching the test bridge now at 60 kilometers an hour. So if this is the metal bridge, then we'll know. Yep, this is the one. So disregard everything I said in the previous episode about the other bridge being the one that needs 60 kilometers an hour. So anyway, there we go. Trial and error, you know, we make a theory and if it doesn't seem to work, we change it. So there we go. I think the new train is necessary. We can't do 5 in a year with only 2, so I'm afraid it's more waiting. This is one of those missions where there's a lot of waiting involved, but you know, it's worth it. So I'll just wait until we get the 3rd train onto this Kirkcaldy line, and then I'll get back to you. Ah, yes, I'm still waiting to complete the train, but I see our tools delivery is almost here, and it's full this time, so it will be very interesting to see exactly how much money we make from it, and whether it can actually offset the costs. So I thought I'd bring you back for that. Let's see what happens. I'm going to speed it up to speed 3. Come on, bring me the money. And we get 1.96 million. So we make an immense profit on this. Now just imagine you run 2 of these trains on this line. We aren't touching even the tools demand yet. I think this won't even get to a quarter perhaps, because it takes such a long time for the train to come back. But that shows you, you know, there's opportunity. So I bought the wagons already. Let's just buy the locomotive as well. We're actually up to 4 trips in a year now, but there it ticked over again, so now we've lost that. Now I can just set this onto the new, or the line, and now we have 3 trains exactly the same, all on this line. And actually here's another thing I can point out, that the patch has changed in the game. Now if you change the color of one train, any subsequent trains on that line will also have that same color. You don't actually have to go into the line and change it with the vehicles there. So that's a very handy tool. Okay, it's a waiting game again. We've got money now, but I think at this point I'm not going to buy anything extra. I just will wait until we get 5 trips in a year, and then we can see what is in store next. We're making so much money right now that I decided to buy another train for the Kirkcaldy line, so we've now got 4 of them. We would have got the 5 required trips in the previous year of 1897, but the train was actually waiting just like it is right now, and there was another one in the station, and then it ticked over to 1898, so we just missed that one. So I don't think you strictly need 4 trains on that line to complete this, but it will certainly help. And of course all the tools and things will also help make you a lot of money, so we can certainly afford that. And I think you can see here as well, these trains are extremely profitable as well. So you can add more passenger cars to them, but I think at this point I just want to make sure that we keep the speed as high as possible. So yes, you can maximize the profit even more than that. Let's see, is a train nearby yet? No, not that one. Let's see. This one is leaving, and this is our famous tools one, and it's made us such even more money than before. It's amazing. That's a real winner, I think. So we should have another one arriving soon, and then just after that we should have no, not this one. There's one waiting there. So that's the one drawback of having multiple trains on this line, with Dunfermline and Livingston as well, and the tools. It could slow down your 5 trips in a year. But then again, we're not in a rush, so it's literally just waiting until it happens. So it's now October, November. I think we should achieve it this year. There's one, and it's clear, so this will be our winner, I think. December. Come on. There we go. So, let's hear what we have to do next.
As of late, the longest and most popular bridge in the world stretches across the Firth of Forth. We built that masterpiece.
So, nothing apparently. We've completed the mission. That's it. Well, and it was before 1902, which was the deadline for the bridge. Oh well, so that's it. It was a lot of fun, and I will see you in the next mission, and have a fantastic day.